Okay, well, today's job is doing meal prep for my first week. And I've had a lot of questions on how I pack my food and what's in it and kind of the theory behind it. And so I'm going to go over packing at least one day's food and then explain some of the kind of the methodology I use to put it together. So the goal, when on trail and fully up and going to speed, is about 3,000 calories per day. For the first week here, I probably won't be able to ingest that much food, and I probably won't be hiking that fast. But so the way we put that together is I start with a breakfast, and I've created a lot of these breakfasts, but on the trail you can also buy things like packaged oatmeal and whatever. So the goal of breakfast is to get 600-700 calories. This particular oatmeal has things like chia seeds and hemp hearts and pumpkin seeds that help raise the fat content to get the calories up, plus some freeze-dried fruit and oatmeal and sugar. So I would start with that. I've pre-made 100 breakfasts and 100 dinners. So I would start with my breakfast. Then I would also include a meal for supper. This particular meal is one that I've put together. It's called cheesy chicken and broccoli. Basically what it is, it's rice that was made with chicken broth and then dehydrated, and then cheese and milk powder, and then I have freeze-dried chicken that I've added to it, and dehydrated broccoli. And when I fix this, I will probably add a tablespoon or so of oil to it to up the caloric content. A tablespoon of oil is 160 calories. So what we're trying to do is get this meal to be close to 1,000 calories, or at least 600-800 calories. So I have a breakfast and an evening meal. Then throughout the day, I will eat snacks. And so the goal for snacks is to get another 600-800,000 calories. So that sometimes consists of something like, in this package I'm making, I've got a Kind bar. They're about 160 calories. I'm trying something, I haven't usually hiked with candy, but a Snickers bar, 250 calories. Then I've got a packet of homemade Gorp, which I actually really like, and that's just, it's one can of dry roasted peanuts, one box of raisins, and a family-sized bag of mini M&Ms. So this gives me fiber, calories, sugar, and fats. So fats in the peanuts, so it's kind of a nice thing. This I'm going to say is 250 calories. Then another trail snack that I like are these beef sticks that you can get. They come in a big package, but I put 2 beef sticks in. 2 beef sticks are 120 or 30 calories, and 2 cheddar cheese sticks about 60-80 calories a piece. So it's kind of a nice change. It also gives me protein, which I'm going to need. So protein. And in this package, just for good measure, I put a package of Pop-Tarts. Totally empty calories, but 250 calories for 2 Pop-Tarts. Whether that makes it for 1 breakfast or 2 breakfasts, I don't know. So that's really the formula I use in preparing all my meals. So they're going to start with a breakfast and a meal and a dinner meal, and they're going to be snacks throughout the day. The snacks throughout the day can range. I've got a wide range of things that I like. It's nice to have a little variety. I like these RX bars and Lara bars and different flavors. I also have used in the past things like either a jar of peanut butter. Again, lots of calories. Take a big spoonful of that and eat it, and you've got 160-200 calories. So we've got some individual packs of peanut butter. Some are bigger than others. Nature Valley granola bars are also good, and for a pack of 2 we get 190 calories. So the goal is to get 600-800 calories in the morning, 600-800 calories during the day as a hike, and then 600 or 800 calories in the evening. Preferably always having protein for a meal in the evening for recovery. So that can take a lot of forms. When I get past my first resupply, when I have to do it in town, then I'm going to have to go on the lam and I'm going to have to put these things together. So instead of a dinner that I've dehydrated, I might buy a Nora rice pack, rice sides, and I might buy a packet of tuna or a packet of chicken, the foil packets of chicken or packets of Spam, just to give me some protein. And then I can get these kind of bars and so forth, kind of things at gas stations, convenience stores, wherever we get a chance. If I'm on the trail and I happen to get near somewhere that has a deli, I may supplement my meals with a real meal in a deli. But the goal for this week, first week, I know I'm going to hike slow and I'm not going to hike a lot of miles, so it's going to be a double whammy. So I'm going to carry 7 meals, and I like to individually package them. So in the morning, I can just pull this out of my food bag, pack it down in my pack, and then I can put the snacks in the pockets on my backpack, and I can eat them throughout the day without having to go through a lot of gymnastics of taking off a pack. Or if I take off my pack, I don't have to open the top. So that's kind of my method. The meals will vary, and the kinds of bars I use and whatever, but it's the same formula. So if in the first week, if I'm getting 2,500 calories, that's probably going to be okay. If I can hit my target of 8 miles a day, which really isn't much for a through hike, if I can hit those targets 8 to 10, I'll be fine. Then as I pick up mileage, I'm going to have to pick up calories. But as you pick up mileage, then your resupply points are in essence closer together. You can go longer in a day, so what might be a five days walk when you're a little green on the trail might become a 3-day walk, and so you don't have to carry 7 days of food. In fact, the ideal would be to carry 3 to 5 days of food, not 7. My first couple of resupplies, I'm going to do at least count on 7 until I can see what my body's going to take. Being 65, I've got to listen to my body. I can't do the things I used to do when I was young, when I just throw on a pack and just go as hard as I could till I collapse in camp. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off, but that's kind of the way I go. And then also in each resupply bag, I've got electrolytes. This is one of the things that I've learned the importance of a couple of years ago in a hike, that when you're hiking and sweating a lot, you need to replenish salt and those kind of things. A lot of people tell you need a low salt diet, but on the trail, you need a high salt diet. So let me tell you a story. We were hiking with a friend down near McAfee Knob. It was a warm day, probably kind of like today, about in the 70s, but we were hiking uphill. And Andrew was with me, my son, and we were hiking uphill, and we were just guzzling water to beat the band. We were just drinking and drinking and drinking, and our thirst was never satisfied. And we were hiking with a through hiker at that point, Caboose, and Caboose said, "I think what you need is electrolytes." And we hiked all that day. We hiked a 14-mile day. We got into Daleville, and the first thing we did was hit a convenience store and guzzle a Gatorade and eat a banana. And our thirst went away almost instantly. So I've learned the importance of having at least one hydration pack a day. And so I've got various different ones. My favorite is this Element, LMNT, that doesn't have any added sugar and all kind of crazy stuff. So in this bag, I have 2 weeks worth of electrolytes because I don't want to run out. So I'll put a bag of electrolytes, and then in my resupply bag I take some supplements, some vitamins, vitamin D, and a few other things. And since I've had a blood clot in my leg, I take a baby aspirin every day. I want to keep that up. So I have that all in a little pack that'll go in my resupply bag. So that's a little bit how this all goes. The foods that I make myself, I've tested a number of the recipes and really like them, so I know what I'm getting. And I think I'm getting better quality food. To get real dehydrated broccoli and stuff, you get a lot more in it. So that's kind of what eating looks like on the trail. You hike, you get up in the morning, eat your breakfast. I might throw in, I haven't shown it here, but I'll throw in either some coffee packets or Swiss Miss if it's going to be a cool morning. This next week, it looks like the lows are going to be in the 50s, which is pretty nice, actually. it's going to be overcast and there's going to be some scattered showers and so forth, so I don't know how much I need for that. Or in the evening, you've hiked and you've kind of gotten chilled, to sit down in camp and have a cup of warm drink, either tea, coffee, or hot chocolate. Really kind of helps boost your spirits. Some people actually hike the trail and they go stoveless and they do cold soaking, or they just buy bars. I saw a vlog of a hiker and saw what he was eating, and he said his goal was just to get 3,000 calories a day no matter how it came, and that included Snickers bars, Skittles, whatever kind of candy he could find in whatever store he happened to be in his resupply. I'm hoping to be a little bit wiser and have a little better foods for some of the things I do. So if you have any questions about this as I go along, shoot me a comment in the bottoms in the video, and I'll try to ask it. Today's task is finally getting my final pack load with 7 days of food, which is a stretch. 7 days of food is a lot of food. People ask me what my pack weighs. I'm not going to weigh it per se, but I know pretty much from before that my base weight, which is shelter, clothing, pack, stove, water filtering paraphernalia, it weighs about 15 pounds, maybe 16. And then the rule of thumb figure for meals is about 2 pounds of food a day. So if you had 16 and 14, you end up at 30 pounds. So my guess is my pack to start is going to be about 30 pounds. And it also gives you incentive to eat on the trail, because if you're carrying all that food weight, you want to eat it and get it out of your pack. It's amazing. It's amazing when you get to the place where you're carrying your pack with only 1 or 2 days of food left in it rather than 7. It's really dramatically different, especially on climbs. So that's a little bit about what I'm doing. And if you have, like I said, if you have questions, shoot me a comment. I'll see if I can answer them sometime. I hope to make some more kind of how-to, what I'm doing kind of videos as I go along the trail. A lot of people have asked me about my sleep system, and I'm a little non-traditional. I don't carry a tent, a hammock. So at some point in a video, I will show you my sleep system, how that gets set up. It's a hammock between 2 trees with a tarp over top of it, and then an underquilt and a top quilt to keep me warm. And I'll show you a little bit what that looks like and how I sleep and that kind of thing. So stay tuned, and there'll be more info to come.